Today I'm going to talk about a book that is written by a guy named Brian Klaas. The name of the book is Corruptible: Who Gets Power and How It Changes Us. But I actually didn't read the book. I listened to the video on Big Think. Big Think's a YouTube channel, and the name of the video is Why Psychopaths Rise to Power. So Brian points out a fascinating thing. And that is that it seems that the people who rise to power are those who you don't want to have in power. Now, of course, I mean political power, but it is true in many different institutions. And he points that out, even as as low as like a homeowners association. He mentions a particularly tyrannical homeowners association president. And so he's right. And isn't that strange? That those who thirst for power usually get it. Often those who don't want power are those who would be the best in power, those who would do the best job. So what do you do about this? The answer: ignore it. And pay attention to the still small voice that whispers out of the unseen place. Now, that wasn't Brian's suggestion. Brian suggested that we develop complex systems to weed out these types of people. But that won't work. No. Instead, stop listening. Stop being dragged to and fro by the candidates. All that they want is for you to give them power. The power is not theirs. The power is in the hands of people. People who will follow the still small voice that whispers what is right. And when the time comes that there is a nation whose people, en masse, or at least a majority, when there is a nation of people who do that, then the power will have been wrested from the hands of the mighty. For they only have power wherein they can prey upon our fears and get us to believe that they are right and that they want what is best for us. I can picture it now. The tyrant of 4 years, the tyrant of his 4-year office, gets up and speaks, and he says, "Do this, do that, or you will die. I will have them arrest you." And all he hears is silence. The people keep on moving and milling about their lives, doing the thing that is best by their own conscience. And he cries to the policeman and to the military, and he says, "Go and arrest them and drag them from their homes to the guillotine, to the gas chambers, to the torture chambers." And all he hears from his policemen, from his military, is silence. But perhaps there are some few who decide to carry out his orders, and one by one, they begin lopping off their heads, one by one, stringing them upon the rack. And the people bear it, and go to their deaths, rejoicing. And before long, or after some long period, but sooner or later, the ambitious soldiers who hoped to gain power by their allegiance, are so wrought upon by their own conscience that they bend their bayonets into plowshares. It's the only way that peace will come. Don't you understand it? Don't you see? You cannot create a sieve so fine that you will strain out the ambitious. Only through our suffering will they be made impotent. It is the last great and ultimate power and freedom of the people to suffer well. It's the only noble cause and the only thing that will bring true peace.